Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Jets are the least scored-on team in the league, and they'll be up against a Panthers offense that will need to rise to the occasion. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Carolina Panthers. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be brought out by their 7th-year man out of Auburn, the 2015 NFL MVP. It's Cam Newton.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down. And the D looking like they may blitz. They run here with Stewart. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners, they gave up a lot of big plays.
They'll look to throw. Mario Addison in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to wind up and got his man complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And that catch puts him past the great Jerry Rice. For the most receiving yards in a single season, he's now up over 1,848.
At one point, we called Jerry Rice Flash. How about the dash we saw here today? The dash towards his record and past it. What a tremendous achievement. And how much fun is it for us to be here to witness it?
It's a pinch-me moment for us. They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. A look at the starting side for the offense and Brandon Marshall.
I think the thing that impresses me most about Brandon Marshall is his strength. How he runs his routes, how he wins against defensive backs downfield, how it's so tough to keep him from getting the football.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Finding some room at midfield. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. And now running right through it. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. It's their quarterback. 48 yards. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. As the kickoff duties lock Edwards out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. He spins free. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, they run with Stewart. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. 6-0 is our score, and we will return to MetLife Stadium after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. From the gun, here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Now look at Quincy Enunwa and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short, forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down near the 42. It's a pickup of 17 there. And it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Eluding the pressure right. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Point after now from Catanzaro. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, if you haven't gotten enough football this Thanksgiving weekend, there's still more to come. Tonight,
yes,
you're pumped up. It's two of the most storied franchises in NFL history doing battle, the Packers and Steelers from Heinz Field. Then tomorrow night, more. Wrap up your Cyber Monday with the Texans at the Ravens from Baltimore.
Man, is it time to start shopping already?
Just go online, man. I said Cyber Monday. Click, click, click.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. So 2nd and 10 here. From the 50, Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
Yeah, sure consistent. The numbers the last couple years almost identical. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Jets have recovered. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Could have gone either way, but he got it to go. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Now a first down throw for Newton. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Newton now on second down. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 3rd and 2, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On first down, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down. Throwing again. Newton. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Newton throwing again. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that one. New York set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there That can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. He's got room to run past the 20. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. Green.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. Letting one go deep for a noon walk. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 54 yards. For the offense lining up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Brandon Marshall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And that stretches the lead to 27. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Jets are showing they're the better team right now and lead big at the end of 2. The Panthers have an uphill battle in front of them, but will try to claw back in this one. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10. He breaks free from the defense, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. They go up by 6. Jets have it early in the second. They'll go with the run. He'll end up not running more than 20 yards on the play. Jets still on the field. Anunwa's got nobody around him on the catch, and he's going to go 16 yards for the score. Jets go up by 13. Now first and 10. Here a throw deep down the field is caught, and he'll be tackled at the 21-yard line. Same drive. Marshall's going to haul in the pass, and 21 yards later, he'll go in for the score. The lead now at 27. So that's it for us. We'll go back now to East Rutherford for the start of the second half.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now look at Quincy Enunwa and the rest of the offense heading back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mario Addison in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They'll set up to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. And now running right through it. And he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's got room.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Back to throw here. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was looking for his big target, Brandon Marshall. And it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have two inbounds in the NFL.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure run. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. It's their quarterback. A 5-yard touchdown run. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Now Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. He spins free. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Heavy. Watch the backfield. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's complete. It's Forte. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands, That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. A dump off to Forte. "17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down."
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah. If he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Julius Peppers in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Julius Peppers in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. Forte, the lone running back. Here's McCown, and he can't quite pick it. No interceptions so far. That probably should have been their first. but at least it's 4th down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
To throw is McCown. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. To throw is Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. That's taken on the 25. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Throwing on first is McCown. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 46. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On first down, McCown. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, not running. McCown wants to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
On the ground, Forte. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan. Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. This is a team that comes into the game wishing there was more on the line, but the reality is they're just playing out the string at this point. Still, despite their disappointing season, you can be sure they'll be giving it their all here. It's the Chiefs going up against the Jets.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And some space here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. So now the Chiefs go on offense in a great starting spot. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that. but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now the rookie from Toledo, this is Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 24 carries, 78 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
They run again with Hunt. And now running right through it. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 39 that time.
And there's another one of those incredible highlight reel catches. One-handed, deep downfield, another big completion. I know this, partner. As a defender, I don't know how you avoid watching what they do. It's everywhere. All the highlight shows, watching it on Madden. Trying not to get intimidated before you go out and have to play against these guys and try and stop them.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Second down following the incompletion.
Let's go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Red zone opportunity.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. It's their quarterback. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. They'll need to get the play off quickly. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. It's a very short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On first down, Smith. Caught here by Conley. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Point after now from Catanzaro. And it's good to make it 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Down. And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, a little 360. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Trying to run the option right side, Smith. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action to Hunt. Now Smith. Whoa, shifty. Whoa. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Smith going to give this one to Hunt. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Here's Smith under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And Butker able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Spins by. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And our attention now hones in on Brandon Marshall. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. To go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Forte, the lone running back. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Ryan Tannehill, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Demario Davis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down is Smith. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing on third down, Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, Brandon, lo and behold, someone tried to throw the ball on Revis Island. Now we know why you don't attempt to do that.
comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. Still fighting for more. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go now. Blue lady. Blue lady.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. The 20. Hauled in by Anderson left side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They give him a gain of 37. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Set. Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught by Marshall. He's got it. He's got a Jets touchdown. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Cam Newton leading the charge offensively. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Jets are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Chiefs just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10. The deep ball is on target here, and he'll be tackled at the 26-yard line. Jets have it later on the drive. He'll cut it out right on the outside run, and he'll run it in from 5 yards out. That takes the lead up to 7. Now 1st and 10. Conley's going to make the catch, but fumble here. Jets end up picking up the ball and scoring as they move out in front, 14-0. Down to late in the second. They'll go with the run here. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. The lead now at 17. Still a little time left on the clock. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Revis is in position, and he is the one who comes away with the ball. Now following the pick, Marshall's able to get open here, and this 2-play drive goes for a touchdown. That pushes the lead to 23. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get back up to New York as we turn it back over to Brandon Guy.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game at Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a play fake here on first down. Letting one go deep for a noon one. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So they're operating in the red zone. They'll look to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 4-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now back to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
to throw on 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Looking to throw. Caught by Marshall. He's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Brandon Marshall, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Time running out here on the play clock.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. Catanzaro now for the extra point. Can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, here's Smith. And his throw is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to throw, Smith. Muhammad Wilkerson in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Our update now from down in Miami. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Ryan Tannehill, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. Here comes Brandon Marshall and the rest of the offense as they gear up to go again. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Detroit! Here we go now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Point after now from Catanzaro. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive?
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done it.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we'll see what Brandon Marshall and the offense has in store this go-around. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches, the yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find a man, Brandon Marshall. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Fresh set of downs here.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll look to throw here. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. And what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
He can run for it, and he will. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to find that man yet again, Brandon Marshall. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Dances by him. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Set! Green, 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. And right now, it's the Lions in the driver's seat. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right?
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Smith going to leave it to Hunt on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from LSU, Jamal Adams.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now out come the Jets. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and now it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Quincy Enunwa, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. And it is no good. So maybe a little final act of mercy there. And that's how this one ends. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Get ahead on your preparations for this week's game by setting up your game plan. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. This is a team that may be out of the playoff chase at this point, but they're an organization with a ton of pride. And they'll be playing hard all the way to the final whistle of the final game, no matter where they are in the standings. It's the Jets going up against the Broncos.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the New York Jets. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they've handled all covers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
2 teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. Spinning past him. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Yeah, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
Here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Wolfe in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Escaping the pressure. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Brandon Marshall, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. And right away, he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Right back to Booker. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Let's talk about the starting lineup offensively for the Denver Broncos, and let's talk about Devontae Booker.
I always described him as a guy who 8 carries in college, meaning just keep handing it to him, and he got better as the game went on. Had a knee injury his last year at Utah, comes in a little bit older than your average back, but boys, he's skilled and talented. And he emulates Emmitt Smith in one way. Loves to keep the ball in his left hand at all times.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. And the defense for New York.
I absolutely love Muhammad Wilkerson's versatility. You can play him over the nose. You can play him out at defensive end. When he's healthy and he's right, he knows how to go after the quarterback. At 12 sacks in 2015.
And then broke his leg in the final game of 2015. Only had 4.5 sacks in 2016.
Expect him to bounce back into form in 2017.
They're going to look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
He was trying to hit his big receiver, Brandon Marshall. They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. And caught, right side, Green. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. Charles and I back to Denver after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. They'll set up to throw, and he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite.
And he loses the football a second time, and it's scooped up by the Jets, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And remember, he fumbled on his first NFL carry in 2016, ironically, recovered by his high school teammate Shaq Thompson. In college, he carried the ball strictly in his left hand. Wonder if he's going to start working on using both.
Well, whatever he does, he needs to fix it and stop putting the ball on the ground. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The drive starts with Devontae Booker. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first, again, they go with Booker. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He'll look to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from LSU, Jamal Adams. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after now from Catanzaro. And that stretches the lead to 27. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Room here to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and that'll bring up second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Caught by Marshall. He's got it for a Jets touchdown. Brandon Marshall with touchdown number 20 on the year. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Devontae Booker getting ready to head back out there now with his offensive unit. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hurry up, here we go.
A give, running right, it's Booker. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership.
It's caught at the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Looking to throw. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Their mobile quarterback on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Point after now from Catanzaro. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Another drive getting ready to start here for Demaryius Thomas. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. A second down carry for Booker. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. He's got his man here. It's Green. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Broncos have been worked over in the first half and trail big right now. The Jets have done whatever they want, and they'll just try to keep that up in the second half. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. First and 10. Here the catch is made way downfield, and he'll be tackled at the 6-yard line. Sticking with the same drive. Marshall's able to get open here, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. Broncos with possession halfway through one. Henderson's going to make the catch, but fumble here. Jets would pick it up and score. Lead now goes to 13. We go now late in the first. The long ball will find its mark here, and this will go as a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 20. Broncos with the ball early in the second. The ball will pop loose here. He'd make it count, running for 19 yards on the play. Now following the fumble, the pass ends up being picked off. Adams, the one taking it back for the score. Jets go up by 27. Midway through the second quarter. Green's going to cough up the football here. Offense out now after the fumble. Here a throw deep down the field is caught, and this will go as a touchdown as the blowout is on. Now first and 10, the catch will be made deep down the field, and he'll end up at the 10-yard line before being tackled. Sticking with the same drive, they'll go with the run here, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone. The lead continues to mount. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll head back now to Denver for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not.
And he loses the football the second time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play, I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Now back to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Todd Davis in there to get him for a loss of 5. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
It's not at all because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talk about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team. And he had an opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win. Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Check, Patriot!
Booker on 1st down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, Leopard! You got three.
Running again, and again it's Booker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Here we go now. Check, Patriot!
They'll hand off to Booker. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Set! Green 39!
Back to throw. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
3rd and short, it's Booker. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field.
That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And they better put that ball to the side because with that catch, he's a new single-season receiving yards record holder.
What a fantastic year. And we saw it start early, didn't we, partner? Right out of the gate, we knew he was going to have a tremendous year, but who knew it would culminate in breaking this all-time record.
Here we go now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. The swing pass caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great... Example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'll run it now out of the gun. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They come up in an offset eye. They'll drop the throw, eluding the pressure right. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. It's their quarterback. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled. And wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
A first throw for the backup Osweiler. And he's got it, complete to Fowler. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Here's Osweiler to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Xavier Cooper in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Osweiler on second down. Sanders has it over the middle. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard at the 29. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, if you want to be known as dependable to your quarterback, that's what you have to do. Go into the middle of the field, know the hit is coming, and catch the football. And that's exactly what he just got done.
And defensively, a little deflating to be able to lay that hit and not have the ball pop free, right?
No doubt about it, because your goal defensively, knock it free so that they say, okay, guess what? We're not going to throw it in there anymore. Now, they'll still continue to be aggressive.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Third and long. It's Osweiler. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A nice little juke. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Now look at Quincy and Nunwa, the rest of the offense heading back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
23 yards on the play. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
They'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
He'll drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
On play action, they'll throw. Got an open man, it's a Nunwa. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Brandon Marshall, his 21st touchdown of the season. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. David Bass from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And caught right side, Green. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They'll set up to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Green, 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for it all. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Point after now from Catanzaro. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And the Cardinals have scored. That one's been interesting. They retake the lead. Matt Barkley, 2 touchdown passes in the W. And this looks to probably be the final play. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Jets, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.
Make sure your squad's ready to fire on all cylinders by prepping this week's game plan.
Bye.